were thinking by
Right.
getting him, that they were getting a big upgrade. Obviously not.
Okay, bro. Let's just run through this game, yo. Start even say much because it's one of the most boring game of the week. The Patriots and the Giants game.
Oh man, I didn't
I
even
thought
watch
that is
a
I
minute
thought
of it. Did you see any of
nah.
it?
I started. I look at. it, I'm like, nah, hell no. I was out of there, man. The Panthers and the Titans game, same shit, man. Well, the Panthers got rid of the coaching. They got rid of the coach and
Don't
the
you
assistant coaches.
don't you think that was premature, or is it? Do you can you justify firing a coach with a rookie quarterback in his first season because they're 1-10? You got to fire him. Do you think that's the right move?
I think it's the right move now and get over it and move forward. And because the way that it wasn't just about the loss, even the way they played. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know you're gonna get rid of this guy anyway, which you still gonna pay him a ton of money. I think he's
I
making
know.
about. I seen somewhere. I found that mistake. They said $25,000 a week or a day or something like that. I'm not too sure. But whatever amount of money it is, we know it's a lot of money they still gotta
You're
pay this
right.
guy. And then
Because you
he
know what?
was.
These coaches are getting smarter. They're becoming like players. They're asking for
Mhm.
guarantee money in their contract. So when you find him, dude, I guess, no, I wouldn't. Actually, I wouldn't love to get fired and be paid, because, my ego would be like, "Man, I'm just sitting at home and getting
Right.
paid because I was so bad." But a lot of this, even in college is happening. Who just got fired? Texas, I think Texas A&M. Didn't they fire the
Right.
head coach? And they owe him like 25 million, like a lot of, I don't I'm not sure about the number, but
That's the
like
same thing in the Premier League or
millions
even the
of
European
dollars,
soccer.
right? So you gotta pay somebody to fire them. Now that is a mistake. If I was a team owner, I don't even think I'll be able to accept that I made a mistake that big, then I have to pay somebody $1 million just to fire them.
But also, a lot of successful clubs in the world, especially in soccer, also fire managers where they still got to pay them a lot of money. Marino made almost hundreds of millions of pounds being fired.
And then he had a gig on TV,
Right, right. So
getting
I think
paid
that a lot of,
twice.
it depends on what club it is, But I see Chelsea fire managers today in the same season they won trophies. So, and
Right.
like we say in I think it's football or the NBA, coach's salary is not part of the salary cap.
It's
So
not part of the cycle, so he can pay whatever. You know what's
yeah,
fun? Remember Tony Dungy? Tony Dungy, when he was in Pabe, I believe. Um, they thought it was so bad.
the Buccaneers, right?
Right. They thought it was so bad. They included him in a package. They traded him away. He gets to Indianapolis.
Right.
Him and Peyton Manning joined together. Guess what? He wins the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So now who looks smart there? You know what I mean? So
Right.
sometimes it's just the situation. But I would hate to be an owner that have to fire a coach and still pay them for the next 5-6 years. I think the Bills did the same thing with Rex Ryan.
Oh wow.
He was fired
Yeah, that's a
and they
long time
still owe
ago.
they still owe
Yeah.
him money.
Yo, the Rams beat the Cardinals 37-14. That's a division game.
That's not a surprise.
Okay, right. The Browns and the Broncos game. The Broncos keep winning, bro. That's
Even the
actually,
I know, but even the Rams though, the Rams keep winning too.
yeah, the Rams. I mean, 5 and 6. I don't see them making it to the playoff.
Maybe not. But didn't they beat Seattle too last week?
Right. The BCI.
Seattle,
They beat both of the division rivals. No,
right?
no, Seattle's. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Seattle's supposed to be one of the better teams in the division, right? At least they were
After
supposed
the
to be one of.
49ers.
Yeah, but they were supposed to be one of the better teams in the division.
Right. Yeah, Seattle was very disappointed, especially like you have chance to actually tie records against the 49ers if you guys would have showed up and win that game at
Yeah,
home and y'all
yeah.
blow it up like that, man. But bro, man, the Chiefs and the Raiders, when the Raiders was up 14 points, and
I was
someone walk up to me and tell me, say that, oh man, the Raiders are gonna win this game. I said, bro, it's not over yet.
dude.
And the
I,
score ended up 31-17. And I heard that Adam was talking about that this is self-reflection on them and what they didn't do right. It's not about the Chiefs or something like that.
man,
If I'm not mistaken.
I hate when players say that, man. Just give the other team credit if they beat you up, man.
Well, he did say no disrespect to the Chiefs, but that's when then he continued speaking about their self-reflect in this game and everything they could have done right. But I think that's how you lose the game because you didn't do something right.
Dude, man, when I was because I was it at the same time as the Bills game or not?
The Bills and the Eagles game, a 4 o'clock game. Yes.
So I was because I wasn't not watching that game. I was looking at the scores and I saw the Raiders up 14. I'm like,
Right.
maybe this is the day they're gonna beat the Chiefs. And then I see the Chiefs score 7, and then it was 14, and then it was 21. I'm like, it's over.
Straight up like
Y-
they say,
You
I'm
know,
like it's over.
I was rooting bad for the Raiders to win that game, because you know what, you don't want the top team in the NFC
To keep
to
winning.
keep winning, but
And the Raiders are way behind you guys in catching
right,
up.
and we spanked the Raiders already, so I figured, well, that's good, but it was just a dream.
Yeah, another Monday night game with the Ravens and the Chargers. The Chargers choke. That's what I would call it. The Chargers lose. It was actually a close game. I'm
No,
not gonna say
yeah,
they choke. I'm just saying they choke because I don't like
uh,
the coach. But it was a close game. It was a
yeah,
really close game. For the first time I saw what's the Ravens kicker name? He missed the field goal. Like
Tucker.
Tucker. Yeah, I'm like, well, damn, he missed a
It didn't.
field goal.
It missed a field goal. How close was it?
Was that a Monday night? No, that was not a Monday night game. That was a Sunday night game. Right? My bad.
It
Yeah, that
was
was a
Sunday
Sunday
night. It
night
was
game.
Sunday
Yeah.
night game.
Anyway. He missed, and then the Chargers had a chance to go maybe field goal tie the game or go win the game, and then interception. That's how the Ravens end up scoring this pick six, basically 20-10, the final score.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole game, but people says the biggest problem with the Chargers is the coaching. It's not anything else. They say it's the coaching, and I don't know how true that is.
That's
It might
100% true.
it may
With
be
this squad,
true.
dude. Because
uh,
like, do you know how much talent the Chargers had in the roster? They
yeah,
got enough talent to actually compete. But the way the coaching, like you said before, man, like we'll say plenty times here, you say the same thing. Coaches are supposed to put players in position to succeed.
right.
So I
Yeah,
don't know.
but yeah, I don't know. I mean, people have been saying it's really, really bad, but if you look at the stats, their record, it shows that it's bad.
Right.
But my only question is, people always says that Herbert is a top, I don't know, top 5 quarterback. That's what people say, right? Which which maybe he is, but even even with bad coaching, don't you think that he would carry the team in a couple games here and there and have a
Yes.
few win a few games?
Yes, and the few games that they won, which is 4 games.
I guess.
But
I
seriously,
guess.
I do get what you're saying. But then, like, if you look at it overall, is the ultimate team sport, right? And when
Right.
you got coaches that's not putting you in the position to actually succeed, it's
Succeed.
kind of very hard. Like just like if you go back to the Buffalo Bills, like you say, when the New York Giant coach was a
Brian
offensive
Debo.
coordinator, right? Brandon was a offensive coordinator for Josh Allen. We
They were
see what he was.
right. They were the best offensive team in the NFL.
Yes, so when he left and then it dripped down a little bit, but
It
Josh
dropped
Allen
down.
is still Josh Allen. You know what I mean? Yes, Josh
Right.
Allen probably got more experience than what Justin Herbert, but at the same time, I do believe the coach got a lot to do with how the Chargers are playing instead of individually as team.
Yeah, I guess it does because if you look at the Chargers roster, they have a top quarterback, they have a top receiver, Keenan
Yeah.
Allen, and they have a top running back. So, like some of the most 3 important positions, they do have a number one.
Right.
Some teams don't have a number one receiver. They have one
Right.
number one. They have like a bunch of number 2 or 3s, and some teams have like 2 number 1s, like the Bengals could have 3 number 1s. But you would think just with the kind of talent they have and playing at SoFi Stadium, nice weather. I mean, you have very few excuses though.
Yeah, but the home game is like a away game for some of the
I,
some of the teams that they play. Don't you
you're right.
hate that?
You're right. Even when they play at home, it's like the other fans like 80%.
Yeah, dude. But then let's do a little bit take on the last game that I saved for last. Our men team or the men event this weekend, which is the motherfucking Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills, bro. A
Oh
game to
man,
remember, a game that was very heartbreaking for some Bill fans.
it
It's
was. But you
still
know what?
there's so
If
much pointing fingers, there's so much of everything else. But I haven't heard. But today, a huge Bill fan that I didn't even imagine he was gonna talk to me today at work. Because I was telling them stop making excuses when we was on Facebook and all that.
right,
And today he actually said, "Yes, I know we got a lot to work on. I know we got to take blame for this game." Then after he said that, he said the word "but." I said, "Oh, we go."
but
So the
but
minute he used the word "but," the officials didn't help neither. Then he went and come back and say, "Either side, there should be some call for you guys." Blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, guy, what are you trying to tell me? He says everybody want to make it seems like it's the coach's fault. He says some people want to make it seem like it's the coach's fault, but it's not really as a coach. The coach is not responsible for some of the stupid flags that the players was getting in the first quarter, and
right.
that's actually make a lot of. I mean, I though I agree with him. The Bills actually had a lot of flags that was supposed to be called in the first quarter. They keep getting false started, keep getting. They say this is some of the things that you remember. You should learn. You should know about since elementary school if you're going to be a professional player. Blah blah blah. You keep going. He made some points there. Like I asked you, I know we already react to this on Monday, but does your coach got any blame in this loss?
I think there's blame to go around. It's not one specific player or coach. It's a team loss. Everybody did make some mistakes. The
Right,
defense made some mistakes. The special teams made some mistakes. The head coaches made some mistakes. And and what's crazy, if just one of those different departments, if just one of them of those they make the mistake, even with others making mistakes, the Bills would have probably won. Imagine if the Bills made the two field goals, the 6 points, right? Even
right.
with all the mistakes that they made, the still would have won the game, and then we won't be talking about the other mistakes. Just one of those people, if one of those people didn't make their mistakes, we would have won the game. So you can't just blame on one player, Josh Allen or Gabe Davis or Trent Shepard for running a wrong route or dropping the ball. I mean, it did happen. It is what it is. It happens in sports, but it's the blame goes. And I think the reason why people always blame the head coach, because
Right.
ultimately the head coach is in charge. He makes the decisions. He is he hires people, and so
Right.
if you're gonna blame anybody, just like when the country is going bad, who you blame? You blame the president. You,
Yeah,
you
he's in
don't you don't
charge.
blame you don't blame anybody else. One thing I'm gonna say, and be the last thing. I have I know Sean McDermott is a defensive head coach.
Right.
That's why he's been. That's why he was in Philadelphia. That's why he was in Carolina. But I never liked the idea of the head coach being a defensive or offensive coordinator, because I just think that in pressure games, when there's million things going on at the same time, he don't have enough time or manpower or knowledge just to, well, maybe not knowledge. I'm sure they have the knowledge, but there's no time to figure out everything by yourself.
Right.
If you're a defensive coordinator like he is, so he's trying to sit with a defensive unit, trying to come up with some kind of game plan, but at the same time, he has to make head coach decisions. How's he gonna do that at the same time? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but the great coaches like
If
Andy
you
Reid,
if you
Bill
do,
Belichick, they still. We all know Andy Reid is a master at the offensive coordinator position. You know what I mean? Even though he do got a second like a right hand man, which is
right,
Eric
right,
Enemy, but he still like we still when they speak about the offense at Kansas City, I mean at Kansas.
Kansas City, right? But see,
Kansas City.
Bienemy
Right.
was officially offensive coordinator
Offensive coordinator,
of
but
course
every time, but
Andy
right.
Reid was had a big hand in it, but at the same time, he didn't give up his head coaching duties. Don't you think now that they got rid of Bienemy, right? And Android he took over the all the offensive coordinators, right? He took over, right?
Right.
Okay.
Did
Do
he took
you
over? Yeah, I think he did. Yeah.
yeah? Do you think they're still the same like they were years? No.
Well, but there's
It's
still,
it's still it's
but
still. Go ahead.
there's still that threat of a team knowing that they don't have, like you were speaking about, number ones out there. That if we actually look at the Kelsey's actually like he's actually playing through injuries right now, and everybody knows he's slowing. He's actually slowing down move.
But Kelsey is a matchup nightmare for any defense.
You're right about
That's the
that.
thing.
Yo,
He's a
remember I
nightmare,
told you
man.
this last year before we played them in the Super Bowl. I said I prefer to play you guys than to play them because of the
Right.
matchup against him.
You're
Yeah,
right.
but I'm speaking about this game too. Like, there's few things I heard from the same guy was talking about it.
What
Was that
game?
lot of Bill fan the Bills
Okay.
game the Bill side that the head coach, you got 20-second. You how many timeouts he had, about 1 or 2
Yeah,
timeouts or
yeah,
something
yeah. He
like
had
that.
one timeout, 20 seconds.
Yeah, and then there's like a lot of Bill fans was coming at home. I mean, criticizing him. I mean, for
Me too.
not
I
for
did too the last
yeah,
show.
yeah, you did too. That's why, like, for him not to at least trying to throw the ball. I know I already got your take
Mhm.
on Monday, but do you really think that would, let's say this, okay, like he would have won, Josh Allen make some type of throws and interception the other way around.
Okay.
The weather was bad.
You want
Then
right?
everybody else would have been criticizing. Why would he want to go for that day? Why didn't you just play it to the
No,
overtime?
no. I personally I wouldn't criticize that. If Josh Allen throws an interception on a Hail Mary with no time left, anybody that understands football won't care about it.
But it was still 22nd. And you guys was in the 25th, 25 yard, yard line. So if you were to win, let's say you make a throw and the interception happened or fumble end up happening, the coach is still gonna be criticized.
I know, but you don't go into a game expecting to make an interception. You're then gonna be playing fearful the whole time. That's not how you think. What happened if
I
I make a
agree.
mistake?
I
You're not gonna
agree.
win any game then.
But
You miss
if you dealing with a guy like Josh Allen, as great as he is, but we all know his weakness is that he does not stop throwing the ball. He does not stop turning the ball over, especially in some situations where he's like, "Dang, I can't believe he turned it up. He turned the ball over here." Like you know that kind of NBA play that I should remind me of. He remind me of Westbrook. Westbrook could play so good the whole game.
Russell
And
Westbrook.
and then like he would get to the point to like in the end of the fourth quarter, it's like, yo, bro, why would you want to take that shot there? You know what I'm
But let
saying?
but let me explain you something. Why that scenario in that situation wouldn't have happened. Okay. You are the 25-yard line. You got 20 seconds. You have one timeout. Okay.
Right.
There, Alice, I would think there's no way you're gonna be throwing short passes. You're not. Every single pass is gonna be go for 40, 50 yards. That's the goal. You only have 20 seconds.
Right. In a bad weather.
Right. But
Rainy weather.
I know. But guess what? If he throws a 50-yard pass, it gets intercepted with let's say 5 seconds left. I mean, what are the chances of the Eagles making the pick six? It's not.
Like
It's
you
not
say, like you just say, you don't go into the game saying that I'm worried about what? Would you say worried about throwing interceptions?
right.
And you don't go in the game knowing that what if these guys could turn that pick six or that 50-yard interception to a pick six or not. I'll get what you're saying, but I'm just saying either way, this guy would have been criticized if we would
No.
have went for it.
I,
That's what I'm
I,
saying. But some fans out there,
personally,
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 you might,
I
you might
right. I
not.
wouldn't criticize him. And the reason being, we've seen teams with great quarterbacks. Like I said, the last on Monday or Tuesday, is we were on the other end of a game like that in Kansas City when we were winning, and they only had 13 seconds. Same scenario, 13 seconds.
No, it's not the same scenario because he wasn't tied. Kansas City trying to go tie the game so they could take it overtime.
Right.
So the 13-second with the timer
Oh,
left, there
oh,
was
oh,
and
oh,
yeah,
oh, Oh, so you're saying because the Bills were leading at this point,
The Bill was not leading; it was a tie game going
and
into the
okay,
extra
it
time. Yeah,
it was not a game deciding play. You mean
right.
it was going to halftime, so there's
It
no
was going
point
to.
to take.
It was going
So
right.
it didn't make sense to take risks. That's what you're saying.
I'm not saying anything
I
like
think
that.
that's
I'm
what
just
you're saying
saying no, but
because
listen, no,
because
no, because it's
because
different. Because
no
it's a different.
because you
It,
just said it's different
it was
because
a different situation with the Chiefs. That's what I'm trying to say. The Chiefs were
right
down
the
13
Chiefs
seconds to go tie the game,
the
and
Chiefs were
you got a
desperate,
team. Yeah, the
right?
team was. Yeah, right. Even that, you know, that's crazy thing is though too. Like in this game, in the overtime drive, even that in the 59-yard long field goal, because that seemed like long in that weather.
Right.
Nobody really thought that he was gonna, except for the Eagles, of course. Even myself,
I,
I'm thinking that what the
I didn't
fuck,
th-
this guy really thinks he's
I
gonna
didn't
do
think he was
this.
gonna make that one.
Yeah, so the same way the Bills play defense against the Chiefs in that 13 second, I feel like your defensive coordinator, I don't know, I'm not saying it's the same guy,
It's
but
not.
it looks so similar, especially in the winning drive too.
It did.
Because we were picking one side of the field, like literally, like Devontae Smith was just hitting slant to the right, to the left. The ball keep going the same, almost the same position he was where we almost get in the field goal range in the fourth quarter when we going for the time field goal. So
Right.
that's what I'm saying. Like for me personally, I don't blame I blame your coach so much into this game. I mean, how this game end. How in the world, right? This is a situation y'all could have won this game, and y'all went for option play.
But you know what? I would like to hear a take from an actual defensive coordinator that actually coaches football to see what their take is in
No,
that
I'm
situation.
just said. I'm just said. Even at the last play, and the last play when you guys was on offense, because that touchdown would have won you guys the game. How you go
What?
for option play in that situation, knowing that basically just is a man is a 1-on-1 in the outside.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know. They well, they did try to explain how Gabe thought it was going this the other way and just thought this way. I mean, the idea was good if it worked. Of course, it didn't work, but if it worked, the idea was good because one
Right, right.
thing Philadelphia couldn't stop that Bills offense. They were just marching up down the field until the last throw. For whatever reason, they messed
Slay
up.
was beat. Slay was also beat on that play. He
You're
like
right,
he knows, like, man, that just saved my game. Like
right,
Slay would have been roasted by the Philadelphia Eagle fans because he
you're
do
right.
got beat on that play. Like,
You,
if
well,
that's why that the same thing I told
well,
you Monday. If it
well,
just Allen would
apparently,
have hold on into the ball just a couple more second, or you gotta just get hit a couple more second hold into
yeah,
the ball.
but I mean, right now we can say could have or should have, but maybe if he
Yeah.
hold on to the ball another couple more seconds, maybe the defender would have caught up with Gabe Davis, and that wouldn't have been there. We don't know that. So, I
Man,
mean,
Kip Davis was like more than ham reach away.
yeah, but he was
Couple more
running,
second,
but
if Josh Allen would have hold on to
he
the
was
couple more
running the wrong
second,
route.
bro.
That's why. That's why he
you,
was able. He
you
was
said
running the wrong.
option route, you say, right? It was an
That's
option.
what. That's what. You know what? That was the explanation. And you know what? I mean, I've never been in a professional locker room or any organized football
Right.
like that. When it comes to those option plays, and they tell the quarterback and the receiver, we're gonna do this play if that defender is playing this way. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a risky play to really ask two players to take because what the quarterback is looking at is different from what the receiver is looking at while he's running. So Gabe thought they have to go on the outside, and just thought they have to go towards the middle. So I mean, who do you blame? Like what was Josh saying and what was Gabe saying? I just hate that they decided to go with that. I don't know what other options or choices they had at that point. I don't know, but he didn't work out like that. You can't trust two different people to make the same decision when they have a split of a second to decide what they are seeing. There's a big chance you're gonna
Okay,
miss.
bro. You just made my point why I blame the coach for the loss.
The
That's
head coach.
exactly what I meant.
You blame the head
That's
coach or
ex-
the offensive
the head
coordinator or
coach.
the head coach?
The head coach.
Okay.
That's exactly why I blame the head coach for this loss. You just said it. In that situation, there was so much to ask for in a sleep in a you know what I'm saying?
In the
Like,
split of a
dude,
second, right?
in the sleep of a second, like, bro, I'm over watching this shit. Like, bro, dude, what the hell they just did? They're just doing the Buffalo Bill things, man. This is what Buffalo Bills would do to you. As the Buffalo Bill fans, yo, bro, but we're about to end this, man. Yo, bro. You guys on the
man.
bye, man. The Eagles heading to 49ers are coming home against us in
We
Lincoln.
should-
But it's gonna be a
we-
tough game, man. But is it gonna be this exciting? I don't know, because the 49ers, this is your
Probably
Super
not.
Bowl right here.
But
This is the 49ers Super Bowl. This is the only toughest game you guys are gonna play after this game. You guys are not making it to the dance. And the next games you guys are gonna come play us. You're
They're
gonna
gonna-
come
no,
play us at home.
They're gonna get in the dance. They might not go find the dance.
They're not gonna get the dance is the Super Bowl. So this is the this is your Super Bowl. So enjoy this game and come out here and show us what you guys are made out of. Because I know for a fact that the NFC is coming through Philadelphia Eagles.
Well,
We
right
are
now,
the NFC champs, so we are gonna be the NFC East champs. I don't know what the hell the Cowboys are smoking. But bro, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. You already know, bro.
Yo.
Yeah, 10 wins. Nobody's catching the Eagles. I don't. Well, 49.
You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah.
They're 2 games away.
That we are the 2 games against.